Okay, that was embarrassing. Hold on. Oh, I gotta turn down the. You won't believe what I did. Oh, you probably will, but hold on. So yeah, what's the first rule of Fight Club or like any kind of technician work or whatever? Make sure it's plugged in. You know. Oh my god, that's insane. I was like restarting software, going crazy, and I looked down on the ground and I'm like, oh my god, I don't see a XLR cable going to my boom mic here. So yeah, yeah, check to make sure everything's plugged in. That's probably the first thing you should do. Wow, what a dolt. Oh man, I've streamed so many times. I should know better. Hopefully everything kind of works here. Wow. Yeah, check out the studio. What a mess. I got all. It's not never a good sign when all your tools are in your shop and not on a job site. You know what I mean? Hold on here. I don't even know if I turned that volume up. Did I? No. Let's see, man. Oh man. I can't believe I did that, guys. Oh, switch back here. Sorry, you don't want to look at my mess there. At least it's organized in a sense, you know. I've had a little bit of time on my hands here, just getting caught up and doing some things, you know. Renovated my 1 second here. Renovated my daughter's room. Hey, buddy, Flats, you guys made it. Will Cash, my guys. Sorry about that. I can't believe it, man. I went restarting all my software and stuff and checking out, making sure what's going on. I was always software, but I had the microphone wasn't plugged into the mixer. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can. That's nuts, man. Holy shit. But anyways, guys, like this last little bit, a neat mess. Yeah, right on. Wow, this last little bit, what a trip. Like, uh, I've never been in a situation like this before where we have two jobs in a big building, one big building, right? And the second job is underneath the lease of the other guy. It really threw a curveball at us, man. Like the the job kind of got shut down, but not like construction wise. Just they had like a partial occupancy permission to let people into certain parts of the building to play like sports or use like some of the facilities. But the bathrooms were not approved, right? So we weren't even done building the bastards, and he had people using them anyways. We were just like, wow, I can't believe you're doing this, but I think he maybe might have been pushing the envelope a little bit there. So, anyways, got shut down that way. That they weren't gonna let anybody back into the building at all. So like nobody. You'd have to get construction done, and then they'd have to reopen, right? So the next day, the landlord the landlord went and changed all the locks to the whole building. The actual person who owns the building. So it's a $20 million building, including the property. Hey Bob, what's up, my man? And you're probably a little over 3 million into construction too, and about to start another put another like actual place inside of the building. You know, like it was kind of wow. I can't believe we got really close, man. We got really close to finishing almost. It was tight, man. It was a tight budget. It was yeah, there was a lot of outstanding bills not paid on that job. It's not looking good. I would say gone live, Big A, what's up? Yeah, Bob, my man. But anyways, I don't want to ramble too much on, but it's really interesting because I've never had to actually lean a building before. You know, people talk about it and stuff, so I've never actually gone through that experience, and that's interesting enough. So, yeah, it's just kind of fuck, it's stressful, man. Stressful. All we want to do is just build it, get paid, and get on to the next project. So having stuff shit like blow up like this, having both jobs shut down. Wow, wow. Yeah, man, and it's not fair to the other tenant, like our other job. They should figure that out, and I think lease that bay to them at least. Like I bet you they could get the whole bay, rent out the back to another sport like the squash guy. Fucking let's go, let's build it. Oh, absolutely, Steffi. Hey, what's happening? How's it going? Yeah, yeah. How are you, Steffi? Sorry, I keep forgetting about this, but yeah, like let's look at some pics, guys. Let's not. I can talk and we can show you some pics. This is the building, man. Oh, and I was renovating my daughter's room. I had renovated it, so it looks really nice. I can show you a couple of pictures of it too. They're at the end of the file here. Actually, let me show you. Just while Big A is here, let's see here. Yeah, see, it's like this is where my oldest son used to live, and it's a basement. And the last guy was not the greatest, so I replaced obviously all the plugs, updated everything, gave her some USB plugs. But oh yeah, and this is the building. That we'll talk about. These plumbing was disaster. Oh my god. That's the physio clinic we started right there. So this is just at the end, right? We were just about to start this. Well, you were just starting this physio clinic after months of planning and prepping. Holy shit. This is nuts, right? Yeah, it would have been all right. So hopefully we get in there and finish it. But yeah, this is. Oh, I did change the ceiling light. I just had to wait for it to be ordered in, and it looks really, really nice now. But she picked the colors, so basement. So yeah, she's happy. It's not a bad room. She's happy. But no, I think it turned out nice, especially with the new lights. Really nice. But yeah, she picked the colors. All new. I even replaced the shelf and everything, like just all new. I reused some obviously trims and doors and stuff like that, but I had new trim, new floor. Yeah, paint. That's cute. She likes it. She's happy. Good stuff, Steph. Right on, man. No, that's good. That's good. But yeah, this is nuts, right? Like this is so long ago, man. This was, God. When did I start? I came onto this job last October. Last October. Look at this brand new quartz there. Just building random stuff, all doing cheap because he just wanted it kind of done and progress shown. So, yeah, I was gonna scale it way down, and then they were like, "Oh no, we gotta go big and structural." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's beef it up then." Wow, love the colors. Oh yeah, yeah, it's like a strawberry. Yeah, she really likes the colors. But yeah, guys, having to lean a property sucks, man. Like you gotta, like, there's all this legal mumbo jumbo, right? So if you gotta do like a land title searches and make sure you have all the businesses registered underneath that address and stuff, and people's names and legal proper like parcel information, like everything. It's once you do it once, it's pretty easy. You'll be able to do it again. It's pretty straightforward, I suppose, but of course, in Canada, there's an added layer of bureaucracy where you have to go online and register do a document registration number and print out like a UPC code that you have to put on your lien package, right? It's like, holy, lots of bureaucracy. But yeah, I'm so shocked. Like I feel like I'm not being told the entire whole story in a sense, because like why would the building owner come in like when it was pretty close to being done and shut it down like that, lock us out when technically the guys were only a couple of weeks late with the rent? I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, literally, let them. This is, and this is also why when I started this, guys, my plan was to completely drywall this light gauge wall all the way across to separate the other side completely, and that would have been and then on the other side as well, work on that, and that would have separated the middle completely where we built it. And when they started letting people in the middle part, it really tripped me out when we weren't done, right? Like it's pretty weird. Never seen that before, you know what I mean? So it was really strange. Oh yeah, yeah, right on, big A. Yeah, no, man. It's kind of crazy. Like Ben's not here anymore, so I'm always like, yeah, like I'm out here by myself now. I never have any company. It's getting kind of lonely, maybe. I don't know. It's felt like, yeah, that's probably what's been missing, actually. Yeah, I've been feeling like something's missing, but yeah, that's probably it. Ben's not here anymore, right? But yeah, no, just that's why Addie moved down to his bedroom, and now the girls have their own rooms, and I'm gonna renovate the my other daughter's room and the upstairs bathroom and the main floor bathroom. Sounds kind of crazy to do both at the same time, but I'm switching, taking the vanity from upstairs, putting it downstairs, and then getting a new one for upstairs, and then I'm gonna tile like 4 feet up around the tub, like it's got the separate tub space, and yeah, I'm gonna do some stuff up there. I should show you. I'll probably show you guys some of the stuff. I was just learning how to basically, like, I did vinyl plank with Mark, Maker Mark. He's an awesome carpenter, and luckily he showed me how to do it, and I remembered enough that the flooring turned out beautiful. So yeah, man, I got the new saws. I just cut. I know you can score it with a knife, but I just used the saw for everything, and it worked out great. So yeah, man. But yeah, did I? I'm not sure what you mean, Bob, about did I? But did I? I never got to build the whole wall across. This was kind of the first red flag, in maybe in a sense. Like when he stopped me, because what they asked, and they gave me specific direction that they needed hoarding to separate the building and the construction and the open parts, and what would be the best plan to go about that, right? So I was like, oh yeah, okay, well we could do this one here, right, at a light gauge across the front towards the like the back, and connect the back and the offices, and then there's a middle wall, and then we can figure out whatever like after, right? And I'll show you where that ended up. And then we could do the demising wall on the other side, right? Which is, yeah, you kind of see where I was starting down here with the hoarding. And then this whole place inside, all the courts, it would have been totally separated, right? We could have easily put plywood doors on each one of these openings. There's one here to the electrical room, one here to the office, another one to then these two right here, right? But yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, I was gonna drywall straight across there, and just to seal the two off, right? But anyways, we ended up using the tarp. That was a good idea too. The tarps. Oh fuck, hunting tarps, but yeah, what a big place, eh? Yeah, it was coming along, man. It was coming along. Do I still do labor? Oh man, yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. I do labor, of course. Yeah, like when I'm on site, I like to kind of lead by example, or I'll hump material where it needs to go, and I'll do of course I'll do the jobs that no one else will do, the little tiny finishing things and like detail type stuff. And I try to. I have an apprentice, he's cool, and he's been learning a lot this year. I've been teaching him a lot of the stuff. But yeah, more and more, like just kind of coordinating a little bit. But I like to do the labor. I do. I don't mind it at all. I think it's what keeps me. It's nice to know how things work, right? Like. The more you do, the more you can kind of. It's hard too when you're dealing with guys with different languages now, right? And trying to explain things. You got to be, you got to be able to show people in a sense how to do it, and then they can copy it, right? Uh, but yeah, anyways, I try to. I do anything, man. I get dirty all the time. And then on this end here was where the clinic was gonna go, right, in the squash courts or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, so I kind of figured that in total, there's probably over $1 million in outstanding bills that haven't been paid to contractors for this job. And yeah, it's kind of shitty. I'm like in the hole a little bit. Like I'm owed a little bit of money from it, and it'll hurt not to get that. But man, there's the other guys who really need it gonna get hurt a little more than I am. So I'm kissing my thankful stars for that. But yeah, it sucks, man. Like this is the middle here part. So on the one side we're looking at is where basketball 360 was gonna go, I believe. Yeah, and then on the other side is where we built the bathrooms. Excuse me. So yeah, the next objective would be to build the. I don't know. Can you see my mouse? Yes, you can. Okay, to build the wall across here, right? You know what else I have? Do I still have it? Oh, I don't have it on this one? Huh. Crazy. I gotta download Epic Pen. What? Wow. Like, I can't believe what a difference, right? So, what a difference, man. Look at the little dudes, man. Oh, wow. He's actually grown a lot since this. Holy cow. He is growing up so fast. Oh, my boo boo. Yeah, tape. This is I used to where for material when I wasn't gonna be there, I would put black tape on the floor and tell them this is where to put the material. Take a picture and send it to the delivery guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, another thing here, building a storage for tools and materials, basically, right? That's what this was for. Another just a light gauge, quick, cheap, get it up because we need hoarding to hide the tools and the materials and stuff like that, right? Because like there's going to be public access coming always from this side door here around to the front. So this was always open. So we had to be super careful in this area, that's for sure. It's almost, I would say that was probably the first area we had open as well, like completely open too, right? Yeah, for the plywood doors, just putting plywood, right? Oh yeah, but yeah, that's a little short. You know what? That would have been nicer to have the track come over here. Actually, that would be super strong. Why the hell did it work out like that? That's just so weird. I get it. The track. I think I put a track there or something. Huh. Interesting. That didn't work out proper. Shit. I guess what's the difference? The plywood's straight across. That's at least that's good. Anyways, it held up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then is this Mark's design? Maybe. I can't remember if this is Mark's. Yeah. Yeah, he's a smart guy, man. And then Christian ended up building it. Holy shit. Right. These two bays here, that's the bathrooms is here in front of us. And then there's the main offices area / pickleball side. And this would be the main concourse over here, right? What a massive job. Oh, man. But yeah, that was my plan, right? Was to build this wall all the way across there, just for hoarding, separating it, and then get this built straight across here. That was my plan, right? And then would build the middle. Then these pieces here. But then here's our storage area there. Offices, hallway. Holy, having to do that under like this budget and also see here's straight across. Sergio, what's up, man? Dude, I can't I can't, man. I just can't. I don't have patience for that kind of nonsense anymore. Foreman, some of them I would suppose are more managers, like maybe human resource people in a sense. But at least if they are and they don't know how to do it, they should. You need to have some sort of journeyman around to know to teach people to show people how to do it right. You know what I mean? So if the foreman is just there to do paperwork, then he should have somebody, a journeyman, to definitely at least right to show people how to do it, and at least know how to communicate like the design, and have some sort of direction in a sense, But yeah, it's like, man, we even doing like bulkheads and like our soffits and stuff, and parapets even too. Like you can pre-build a lot of stuff using jigs, right? And just even parapets. Sometimes they're just all the same size. We just make little 10-foot long piece sections and boom, 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 right? It's it's simple as that. You need to know some sequencing, right, and how to do things efficiently. Like it's a factory in a sense, Like you need to know the processes on how to get from A to B as fast as possible, right? Doing it up to spec, right? But yeah, you need to have somebody around that knows what the fuck's going on, right? Or there's gonna be a lot of time just not doing anything, trying to figure shit out, right? And there needs to be somebody looking ahead especially on a job this size, to plan and design things, to work it out. So when we get to that area, it's already thought out, right? So you have a plan, you know how to build it. So like the bulkhead around this guy here, I think you'll even see at some point. Look at that right here. So this soffit here, simple drawing. It's 3 feet up the long side and 18 inches on the front and back, right? So 1'6" on the front and back, and I drew the diagram. It's going to be 1 8 3/4 wide the entire way. That number won't change. Okay. Oh my God. I drew it. Even on the wall. I showed him the drawing. I'm like, okay, this is it, right? And he's like, yeah, okay, got it. And I come back and I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't right at all. Okay, like he's doing it completely the wrong way. So and he had a bunch done, and I'm like, okay, listen, I took some measurements. I'm like, okay, maybe we can live with this. And I'm like, okay, so I built a jig to his spec, right? And I showed him, like, listen, man, because the guy was literally just screwing them together on a table using his square, right? I'm like, dude, you can't do that, right? So you got to build a jig on a piece of plywood. You square it out, measure it out perfectly, steel, right? And you put pieces of wood or even steel stud, whatever you need so that every piece you cut the same length, right? All you do is you put it in the jig, screw it together, and then you use that the whole way, right? You want them all the same, square. That way you can just level them on one line, 2 lines. It's pretty awesome. But anyways, it didn't work out. I built, this is a temporary panel backing, whatever. But yeah, look at these courts, man. Oh, there's my basketball player. This is, oh my God, the coring. So anyways, I eventually ripped out the front of the front bulkhead. It was like just had too many waves and like crooked stuff in it, and I ripped it out. Built a brand new jig. I fixed all the areas that they missed. Like for example, the inside of the soffit, when the bathrooms, the entrance to the change rooms with the round walls and the curves, there, and the ceiling height change, right? So there was a fascia part that was exposed, and that had to be finished somehow, and it would look nice now. It would have looked nice. Hopefully they keep it, build it. But yeah, it was gonna be LED strip lighting all the way on the inside, and it could flash the different team colors and stuff. And Yeah, there was going somewhere. There's my little man helping me out. Right on, little man. He's great. Yeah, he loves just he likes helping out. Oh yeah, loving the boom lift. Adorable, eh? Yeah, these guys are awesome, man. Those are the concrete cutting guys. Yeah. Shout out to him. Oh, he was doing surgeries. Oh shoot, that reminds me. I got another friend going into surgery in 3 days. Man, I really wanted to get down there to see him. So yeah, I remember they put these cords in when it was another thing. It's too bad we didn't get in there ahead of time to build like a bulkhead above it to separate the other two spaces. If I known these were coming in, it would have been nice to see where the blue tarp is to build something all the way up to, across there before they got in. Because now that they're on the inside, you can't drive in there really, you know? Or maybe if you, oh man, how do you tape that? Like, oh, what a pain. What a pain. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, buddy, pulling blocks. So I pulled out every single block. I pulled it out with the little mini excavator there. You just reach in and grab it, lift up the block and pull it out, and then drag them back to the bin. Yep. Yeah, that little machine I sat on for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's me digging. It's hilarious. They came in and they started digging with shovels. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? Oh my god. We took out all this concrete to make it beautiful for you, and you do like man, digging it in with shovels and stuff. And we exposed both ends for them, and they ran everything to the front, which is still like another like why, man. The back half was supposed to run to the back, and the front half was supposed to run to the front. But yeah, they changed the plans, man. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We spent all this time and good money to dig and cut this concrete out. 9-inch block. Holy shit. But yeah, I didn't like having that trench there. But yeah, this is the walkway where all the people would come down here on this side through that one door, right? Like it was not fully thought through. But yeah, I moved a bit of concrete there. Yeah, that was a lot of trenching, right? So I'm surprised the guys, man, they had so much opportunity to to do a really good plumbing job, man. I just fuck. Yeah, it's too bad there wasn't more funding for this. Pretty sad, pretty sad. Yep. Oh yeah, this is another thing I did this year. I remember helping Christian with a basement suite. Yeah, that was another thing I did this year. Yeah, man, I remember that, helping him out. So yeah, do I labor? Yeah, absolutely. This guy, this guy here, I go work for him sometimes. Yeah, man, he needs help with the steel stud, drywall, and taping or whatever. I'll go give him a hand. Yeah, man, dope, Eddie, dope. Oh yeah, and that's another job that got shut down this year, guys. So what a freaking sucks about how the job defaulted. You bidding other yeah. So we're gonna start bidding. Yeah, I'm gonna start pricing now. I'm gonna start looking at other stuff. I sucks, man. I just did not want to be I did not want to be pricing jobs right now. I wanted to be on site building. Ah, man, I'm so like, man, this is crazy. But yeah, this is another job went tits up this year. This one here, it was like 70% complete, and then the funding got pulled, and yeah, everything came to a dead stop. It's crazy, crazy, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, this is the Christian's basement. Yeah, man. Got a good old resi. Look at the thick joints. Yeah. Look at that. But yeah, man, we fucking dug a lot. There, see, there's Christian. He built the benches too, eh? Yeah, I got to help him one day in his factory there. Yeah, look at this factory he had set up to build the benches, man. It was pretty crazy. But a lot of good work, man. I mean, shit. He almost got all his money. He also he actually probably came out better than anyone. I think the only guys who got paid in full for this job would have been the concrete cutting guys and the guys who put the concrete back in at the beginning of the year. Probably the only guys that got fully paid for this job. There's some guys that never even got paid at all. Like, holy fuck. It's awful, man. Yeah, dude, Bob. Yeah, like that's the thing. So even the physiotherapy clinic, right? We had full funding for that job. Full funding, man. We got on the ground floor, designed it, helped them design it, right? But basically, we did all the design and we were gonna do the build part. Like it was perfect, man. Design and build. We had the new team of like like a drafter with engineers, just like yeah, man, a team that would do like the big installations and like yeah, it was like man, it was gonna work out. We had all our subcontractors lined up. Man, we all of the deposits were paid to our subcontractors for this other job, and it's like how do you can't ask for the money back after you've given them the deposit, right? It's like man, at that point you gotta wait it out, right? Or you gotta sue the guy for money. Like it's so stupid. It sucks, man. Like what? Like it's so fucking stressful, man. Like we we sat on the funds for like god 10 days or more before we started paying out deposits, and it's like holy shit, man. Like this couldn't have come like it couldn't have come sooner. Like what the hell? Like it's just so screwed up, man. The landlord is pulling this card like, oh, you weren't allowed to start construction there. You didn't have permission. We're like, what do you mean we didn't have permission? Like we had permission from the guy, like the sublease guy, with the head lease guy. We did all the stuff we thought that the owner wanted. They came back with some questions, but the what we were told at that time is those questions are just to carry forward to what the city might say. But if everything is good, they're okay. They signed the paperwork, we're good to go, right? So it's so like I'm like fuck, that's pretty crazy that now you're locking people out and saying like, oh, you didn't have permission to start. Like that doesn't make any sense. There was no communication about that prior to there was none. Like, we literally found out the day that they were changing the locks, right? Like what the hell are you talking about? That's crazy. No one told us that. So, anyways, the good news is the only person the owner of the building has reached out to is our client. So for a sublease, right? So I hope they actually get a lease directly with the land owner, because not only will they get a better rate, but like what happens if the next guy who comes along and shuts down or whatever, like you're gonna change the locks on, like you're gonna be locked out too. Like what's going on here, right? Like this just make any sense. Why you would ever want to be underneath another lease in that building after what happened just now, what the landlord locking you out of your construction project. Like the very least they should be letting our crew in to build that place. You know, like it's makes no sense why we're shut out, why we're locked out. We can't be in there building that physiotherapy clinic right now. It's fucking bullshit. Like the only thing I can think of is they want to change the boundaries a little bit and have them and make them a part of like the main entrance to the building. But yeah, it's a work is slow in mass. Hey, is it? Hey, Cater, what's up, man? Yeah, work slow in mass. Eh, massive two tits. Yeah. Oh man, or in mass like everywhere. Yeah, it's crazy right now. The man, even though in Alberta, but boys, like man, when back in the Harper days, boys, oh my God, you couldn't count all the tower cranes. There was there was dozen of them across the cityscape, like at any given time. Oh man, I think at the one of the peaks of the big construction boom, we had like 20 something, 22 cranes all in the skyline. It was beautiful, man. Everybody was working, making money, and the economy was pumping, was booming, man. People were out spending money. Like it was a good time, man. It was a golden age, boys. Telling you, man. 10 years after the socialists took over, oh man, it's been dumpy, like downhill. I can't. This year, what the fuck? I cannot believe that's 3 jobs tits up, man. Like holy shit, like it's nuts, man. It's nuts. So, anyways, I'm confident that the physio clinic will go forward. We're gonna build it, so I just don't know when, and it's gonna be shitty because like we gave people deposits, so we just want them to do the fucking job. We don't want any funny business, just please get the job done, or like the client's been through enough. I really hope the team pulls together on this one and does a good job. I know we will. I know our crew will. So I'm just praying the sub trades are in the same. We'll do the same, right? Oh yeah, what a thing here. Oh yeah, check this out. Remember this, guys? Building these this wall. Look at those crazy braces, man. What the hell? Like they didn't want something out of like too crazy, right? These braces, it had to be because of the design. They didn't want the wall to go all the way up for one, and two, the wall's floating in front of the iron. Okay, so I had to come up with this bracing system, and I figured that you know what I did was obviously look at the system. So you have to put clips because the flutes are running the wrong way. Clips and a piece of track, and then you drop a stud, but you also shoot another stud out from the beam here, or sorry, a piece of track. I stick it all the way out to the front of the stud to screw the stud in, and it's all level and properly lasered in, right? Plumb and level and like plumb, sorry, and all that. Okay, but yeah, and then I drop another stud from this track down, to kind of get a bit of a brace, another brace. But yeah, what a weird system with another piece of track up here. So the reason why this worked out so well is I also shot clips to the beam to screw the channel in at the iron, right? So at the columns. But the reason why this one would pass as well, because it was going to be connected to the open to the change rooms, right? So there's a ceiling that attached everything together. So what was about to have a big structure in front of it almost, right? Which you'll see, I'm sure, at some point. But yeah, what a freaking... I did that entirely by myself, right? And I was using the boom lift and a scissor lift. So I was using 2 lifts. I was using the boom lift to get up to do the braces because the scissor lift didn't go that high. But it did go high enough to do the wall part. So I had to switch out. I had to use the boom to go up to the deck, 40 feet up, right? 40 feet. But yeah, it was kind of nerve wracking to have all that steel up, with just those braces, and I drywalled it, insulated it, taped it. It was double layer drywall on the other side, even 1 layer on this side. So I drywalled this side myself. I had the boys. I remember I had these young kids helping me with the tops. Actually, yeah, I had one guy in the lift all day. We were just putting tops on. Yeah, that was cool. That was good. Yeah, that was a good guy. Good guy. good kids. You know, like the new kids my son's age and the other guys, they're a different breed. I think they worked hard. They worked hard. I gotta say, you know, like there were some good younger guys coming up. It gives me hope, boys. Honestly, you know, the younger generation, they're back into like, oh, like hard work will pay. You know, like they just want that money. They want to work hard and get paid. But yeah, I was a nervous wreck while this was being drywalled, man, because it was like, especially in the middle where it would sway and stuff a little bit. Like, man, I'm like, I just don't want this fucker to fall down. Like, I was like nervous. But yeah, building this vestibule helped, right? So this is for the ceiling ledge up there. Got to think ahead. Like these are the little things a guy who's planning needs to go ahead and think about, right? So the ceiling height in here was at this steel level, not at this beam level. Okay, this tube steel level. So you have to add a ledge up there for the ceiling joists, right? And you want the ceiling joists laying on top of them. You can't screw your track to the sandwich panel or the glazing insulation here because they'll void your warranty for that shit, right? So yeah, using your heavy gauge steel, doing a little kind of ledge, I call it. But you can see here, so the ceiling joist will sit right on top of that ledge you build. And then yeah, this one here, it overhangs a little bit because then there's another wall that I built later on the inside and it attaches the front wall together. Everything was kind of cleverly thought out to connect in this building. You just had to see it through to kind of understand it all. And so going ahead and planning this and designing all of the systems that, you know, are going to be in there. And yeah, basically controlling everything that goes into the wall. You gotta get the backing in. You gotta get all, you know, your trades gotta get in. Like backing is so huge with steel stud. Oh man, you want to really do your research on that and get the wood in wherever you think you're gonna need it. Basically, I would just go online and I would check standard heights for everything, you know, and just put my wood at that, you know, make it a good 1'6" or whatever. Pop, 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 you know. Checking your ROs is huge, but man, these glazing guys, shit, man. And you can have different ROs, right? Depending on how you're designing your system. So you can put plywood if you think you need plywood in them, and give yourself 3/4 inch. You know, plywood on the sides or just on the top. I don't know. Like the box beam makes it hard for these kinds of doors because most of them are powered, so you need to get the electrical in there. They got to get a little electrical wire out through there before you drywall it, so that for like the push buttons, because once this is drywalled, the electrician will have a really hard time fishing wire in. If you know, instead of like if it was just like a normal header, there's no space. So you don't want them to cut a hole in the wall. So yeah, certain things, right? Like, but yeah, that made that wall a little solid. I felt much better having it connected at the front, right? So that was an achievement. But there's the box beam. Yeah, beautiful beams. Yeah. And I'm using the 3-track system for the box beam. Let me see here. I did that one. Yeah, see this way? It keeps them... I find they're way more square, you know, than just using 2 tracks with the heavy gauge, you know. So instead of having this bottom one on and then flipping the top one, I like to cap it with a 3rd piece of track. It just keeps it that much straighter, you know. And then you stagger your other one at the top, flipped up the other way to catch the studs. It's just, man, I find like that's the way to go. And then I use these angles to screw them in. I use one here in the bottom and one at the top. That's, you know, 4 screws. You see everything screwed off at 1 foot here. And getting your clamps in those corners when you're screwing the tracks in really helps keep it square, right? Because it's hard to keep these perfect, man. Like, especially heavy gauge, right? You gotta fight with them sometimes. You don't want to. So the better you are at keeping everything nice and square, it'll fit better, right? But yeah, it's kind of crazy because your walls everything needs to be strong, right? This is a commercial area. This is a high traffic area. This like a rec center, right? So, and then yeah, I got this side sort of tied in. This is basically how I started, anyways. 12 feet with this. I did go up another 4 feet. I think I went 16 feet after the fact, but yeah, just tied this in. And I decided to move on. But holy cow, man. These are just the pictures off my phone, from this year. But these are the Bailey pony posts, guys. They're great for doing these pony walls. You just bolt them down to the ground and put them. I just plan out where they are on the 16s. You can even put your wall in and then put these in after, even if you want, right? Just see how you can put them through the track. Just put them in after the fact. Makes super strong, and you even bolts your track down, right too. But yeah, I love these guys for the pony walls. But yeah, just planning it out and getting them on the 16s, so you're not changing your sheets or whatnot. But yeah, see how they're perfect. Boom, boom, boom. I think I put one every 8 feet, 10 feet maybe. Every 10 feet, maybe one every track. And then I got two on the end here, obviously, because it's an end post, and that's a high traffic area, so you don't want it to get banged up. But man, I hated having this metal exposed when they had kids in there and everything. I'm like, God, geez, we got to get this metal drywalled, guys. Like, let's cover it up. Oh, man. Yeah, there we go, man. Connecting it all the way across to the storage area there. That was a huge feat, too, getting across the other side. Absolutely, Ralph. Man, this is what this is for. You can ask me anything you want, brother. Whatever you need, man. But my goodness, finally all the way across. Right on. There's Nico. That's my guy right there. Anyways, man, I haven't worked with him in a few weeks. At least he's got work, which is great. But yeah, this kid I've been teaching, probably almost for a year now. So yeah. Yeah, it's good to teach him stuff. He's a good jack of all trades guy right now, but I think he'll be an all right framer if he keeps it up. Good kid though. I like him. CMD, what's up, my man? This box beam here, yeah. Yeah, nice one piecer. I hate when you have to start putting like the idea with the box beams too, right? You don't want to. Like I like having the full stud, right? So if I know I have a bunch of box beams, I'll order studs that size. They're usually like 12 foot or 10 foot or whatever. Just I don't know, just cut them to what you need. But yeah, when you have to add like a little piece at the end or something, that sucks. But yeah, dudes, yeah, it's kind of crazy when you're like thinking budget. Like, oh, do I need to put 3 studs in the corner? Do I need this and that? Like, oh, it's so hard to, when every dollar counts. Oh my God. But yeah, one of the things I think we do, we know. Hopefully we double stud. Yeah, I didn't double stud that guy. I'm surprised. I think I double studded everything in here. But man, oh man. Yeah, then I was get to work on the bathrooms, man, and the offices. Holy shit! Yeah, remember all this? Yeah, I do. What is it? It's we're showing on paper. Oh God, what is it? Maybe 4. Let me think here. 4 point something. So here, this is what you got to do, right? So in our situation, we do it based off of profit and overhead, and it's like what 8 to 12%, down from 18%. So right now, yeah, I would say maybe 12% overhead profit, and then you're gonna go 8% overhead, 4% profit. That's how you're gonna show it on paper. So you got to figure like, okay, how much time there is, and if that's enough for wages, and you got, and it should be a good wage. And then at the end, when you get it done, you're showing smaller profits. And what we do is we show our numbers, right? So we include overhead and profit in our quotes, like in our contracts and stuff, right? That's one strategy. So the other is to just do one number and don't break out anything. That's also another option too. But yeah, we like to be pretty transparent, and it's just better the more honest you are up front. Like it's just better that way, I find. So does that make sense, my man Bob? Does that make sense? Yeah, and Ralph, if you have any questions, ask me, man. No problem. If you wanna ask, not go ahead, no problem. But yeah, this is good stuff. Like, so we were doing, I think, oh god, a mixture of, I think, I want to say 20 and 18 gauge, maybe. I think we were going 18 or on the outside and 20 on the inside, maybe. There's no, this is all going to be all T-barred ceiling as well, right? Wow, man, we almost got there. Remember this bulkhead, guys? Oh, dudes, what a killer build, man. See I just built these beams. That's what those long studs were for, to carry the bulkhead in the middle of the boardroom. This is a boardroom, right? Oh, it might have had something in it it could, if you had a sometimes I have like a block list, and then there's also like if you had certain like a maybe a probably did you have two words connected together by a period? That could have happened too. But yeah, I don't know, or it could be moderation too. I don't know. I don't. I just have automatic moderating. How's everything? Is Big A still here? Holy shit, man! How's everything going with you, partner? If you're still here. This is at the point too when I said you guys got to get the sprinkler systems dropped down, because we don't want to build the walls right now. You want to get the sprinklers dropped. Oh no, we can get them done after. Just go ahead. Blah blah blah. Like, no, man, I don't think so. So, yes, and you know what, too? It all would also depends on the tender. So, if in the client too, right? So, in the situation of our physio clinic, and most of the clients we're dealing with right now, actually, they're more they're with owners, and we're doing designing and building. So, the owners is more of a personal relationship in a sense, and it's a two-part system, right? Like, you gotta sell your job and not necessarily be the cheapest, right? But you need to be the most capable and the confident. So the client wants to see that, right? So there's a social part to it, and then there's the numbers part. That's how we get our jobs, basically, right? And we're fully transparent with the owners, because they want to. They're budgeting. They're the ones coming up to cash. So we want to make sure that they fully understand what they're paying for. And if there's also anything that changes out of those estimates during down the road, it's easier to go, hey, that thing there, yeah, well, it's actually going to cost this. So, what do you think? Can we work on something to get the money or whatever? You have a better chance of getting more funding that way too. But if you're tendering to as a contract management job, or as a subcontractor to a general contractor, then, or say to the city, right? They'll have a tender form usually, and then you just want to fill out the blanks and just give them what they ask for. Though most guys and if they're smart, they're going to qualify you, right? So you have to, when you're like pricing a job, you need to communicate with that team, that whoever's job you're getting, like whether it be owners or through a as a subcontractor to another contractor. You got to also know that if the contractor already has the contract or not, right? And or if they're bidding to the owners with other contractors, you might want to price to every contractor bidding to that job, as well. So there. What's up, big guy? Oh, let's go! All right, congratulations, man. Oh, that's my boy. Good job, man. You worked hard today. Sensei was proud.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Hello.
All right, big guy. Good job, man. I'll come in and see you when I'm done. Okay.
Okay.
Aw, that's awesome. Yeah, little man can do his orange belt. Orange belt.
No, yellow belt. Then I'm going to orange belt.
Yeah, he's going to your orange belt testing. All right, or yellow belt testing. Then you get your orange belt. I don't know how it works. Something like that. Right on, man. Right on. So most jibs you bid are guaranteed max price. Yeah, I do guaranteed max price too. But there's always got to be a lot of qualification to that. So what? Good stuff. Yeah, right on. Okay, so guaranteed max price is great because it gives the client a lot of confidence, and if there's like a real absolute finite finite amount of money, you really need to make sure you can do it for that price. You also want to have like an understanding with the owners that there's got to be some sort of qualification to that. And typically what goes with a GMP contract is a price list as well. So for any additional work they might want, if they want to, like your carpenters, this rate an hour, electrician, this rate an hour, HVAC, this rate an hour, labor, blah, 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 management, overhead, profit, is this much, safety, this much. So yeah, safety is like 2%. You go on a big contracts, you want to be overhead at like 18%, right? That's like the high end. That's like the standard for big multi-million-dollar jobs like this, even. But you also gotta feel that you gotta know the client and who you're bidding, and you need to. Man, some jobs you're within a couple $100,000. That's and others you should be technically within like no more than 50 grand apart, right, from your other people who are bidding the job, like in a perfect world, right? But pricing on materials is competitive. There's all these like buying power is a real thing. So the better relationship with suppliers you have and the better rates you can get really matters these days. Man, it could really change the game. So yeah, man, I'm really happy with the drywall supplier on this. I gotta say, Consolidated Gypsum. Actually, shout out to those boys because they really stepped up, and it was great. The pricing has been great. I feel bad. Like I'm friends with another supplier and tried to get them in on this job, but I don't know what happened. Oh, I do. The owner is a good friends with one of the guys who was up in senior management for Consolidated Gypsum. So he went with his friend. So I can understand that. But yeah, it was a little frustrating because we did a lot of pricing models with my supplier before he decided to go with the other guys, which was unfortunate. But anyways, I planned this all out, guys. Right before we even started building anything, I had the entire budget done, and I had every single trade broken down. I had the full framing and scope broken down and planned out into sections, and I had broken down pricing to every single section. So I knew that this was going to cost I don't know. I don't know. At one point, I had them broken down into sections, right? I'm like, this section is going to cost this much. This is going to cost that. This is going to cost this. And that's going to cost that. I had even the bulkhead. I knew exactly how much everything, every little freaking thing, down to the wall type, I had a budget for. And I didn't do it on a computer. I had it all written down because I just did it all right off the drawings and written it down. Like, look at my drawings. Holy shit. right? Like this is my second, I think my second set too. What was that? No, you know what? This is the electrical set. Oh, where's my set? Where's this my set? Oh, oh yeah, this is my set, I think. Oh yeah, this is my set, yeah. Holy. Yeah, I had the whole job broken down. Yeah, here we go, check this out. Yeah, so every section I highlighted and broke down and had certain pricing and timelines. I'm like, hey, you need this much money for this one, this much money for that one, and this and that, because he had no money. Right? I knew the budget was tight, so I had to be very clear with the guy how much he needed for every section of the build. So, and yeah, that's that, right? And one of the things for okay, sorry, Ralph. What is the best strategy to start a relationship with a general? What would you recommend? I always try to book a meeting at their office. Yeah, so it's just a phone call, really. So what I'll do is I'll just call them, and it starts over the phone basically. I'll ask for their estimating department and talk to their lead estimator or one of the coordinators or something and say, hey, listen, I'm a subcontractor. We do this kind of work. Can I email you my contact information and maybe link to my website, some whatever, just information so we can get on your plan room and in your and on your bid list. What you do then is you send them an email and then follow up, right? Call back like I would say 3-4 days later and say, hey man, did you get my email? Just checking in. Can I log into your plan room and see if you got anything I can under my scope? Right. So basically you want to know what they're going to look for in qualifying you when you send that initial email. Right. So you want your insurance type, your whatever, like manpower, availability type things. Okay. Just give them a little brief description of what they would want to know from you so they can qualify you and get in their bid list and start the dialogue. Right. And then, call back. And then when you have questions about any of the jobs, call them, talk to them, and be like, yo, I was just checking out this tender, just wondering if what you guys think about this part, blah, 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 blah. I was thinking about doing this, so would that work for you guys? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, okay, bye. And that's how it starts, right? There's not a whole lot of time for, meetings and stuff like that, right? Going, places. Unless you're going to site, that's another thing. You go for site tours. But yeah, like right now we're booking. We like to see the sites all the time, right? That's also gives you an opportunity to get to know people face to face. Hey, that's great, Ralph. No, yeah, BMO. I've done a couple BMOs. Banks are interesting. They're very interesting actually. Yeah, they're not that big really. But there's lots of little detail work, and then the security parts with the ATM parts and all that, and then they usually have cool designs like bulkheads and ceiling work and stuff like that. So all heavy gauge and insulated, and oh yeah. Hey Big A, what's up, brother? Yeah, right on. Right on. Yeah, shit, yeah. Right on, Big A. Dude, that's cool, man. Yeah, no, have a good night, dude. Man, we should hook up. Oh, you know what? I think I missed another fight night, man. Damn. We gotta figure that out, man. But, be good, Big A, man. I've been thinking about you, actually, lately, so we'll catch up, man. But yeah, GTA, too. I'm from Toronto myself, right? So that's kind of my neck of the woods. Edmonton now, right? But I came out here, 20 years ago now. So and it's been awesome because when I was in Toronto, hey, right on, brother. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so the job's totally shut down, man. We're so just man. I can't believe. So it's interesting you asked that, Ralph, because I'm in the same boat. Like I'm gonna start calling generals this week myself to get on their plan rooms and stuff because now that Efren and I are working together, I want to make sure that Exact View, his company, gets on the roster. You know, so we gotta. I'm gonna start doing that, and then yeah, start pricing jobs. Just gotta get something going here. So, but I feel confident though with the team that we built. So yeah, just gotta go for it, man. Just gotta go for it. Yeah, boys, and then of course want to tape and paint that wall before you start building the rooms on the inside of it, right? So man, God, like having to tape that wall before we built the rooms to make it finally secure, it was still like shaking a little bit, and it's so trippy when you're up 26 feet or whatever it is, and you still got 15 feet above you. It's just like it's nuts, right? And these braces, like I added one on the ends, one in the middles, right? Like they got like put how many 2, 4, 6, 8 of them, I think, like. My God. But yeah, so yeah, I'm doing the same thing, man. I'm gonna call around because our like it's different now, you know, and we also got a large crew of guys that'll work for us, right, and with us. So it's a good time to take a stab at her and see what we can come up with. And I love to train guys. I love being on site and planning and doing this stuff. You know, like my stuff, like you know, that's how my mind thinks, right? Like I'm always planning it out, right? Oh shit, Ralph, you better go, man. Yeah, I get that, brother. All right, man. Be cool, man. Thanks for coming in tonight, and I appreciate the questions. So if you ever need help, man, you can send me an email or whatnot too. I got Chris at constructionkronies.com. So all right, yeah, cool, man. But yeah, taping that and then we started, of course, hammering. This is what we did for the guys. So these guys came in piecework, but I hammered down all the bottom track for them. So I did all the layout and hammered down all of the track. Getting it, everything like nice and square and all that. Oh my God. I had a couple challenging situations because here's the problem. You want to get the plumbing in the wall, right? So the plumbing has to be bang on. And so I'm trying to, and of course it wasn't in this case. It wasn't like crazy bad, but it was just like the couple spots made it like, damn, you know, like, so we're fitting all the pipes in the walls, getting it all the layout done, even marked the centers, the 16s, and oh, excuse me, and then the ceiling part here and this back wall, it was all engineered. So this is when I met the structural engineer now we're working with his whole team now. But this guy here, Julio from J-Star Engineering, man, he's awesome, buddy. Like he and I came up, I showed him what I was going to do, and he's like, yeah, that's great, man. Stamped it. So yeah, attaching the ceiling part that goes on top of the structural walls. Every wall running this way is 16 gauge structural, and the other way is 20 gauge. So, and then of course 16 gauge ceiling. But yeah, man, it worked out really well. I love the going up on the lift and taking the shots going down. But yeah, you can see, right? Like it wasn't a small job, right? And up to this point, I've been working by myself with and Nico started working with me by now, though. Yeah, there he is right there. Yeah, this is when Nico came in. I was just finishing this wall. And and he helped me build the vestibule at the front and the vestibule at the back. That's right. And now we're working on this. That's right. Yeah. And he helped me with the offices up here. But yeah, you can see the vestibule there and how it ties into that big wall. But yeah, dudes, 60,000 square feet of pickleball courts. There's like 6 full-size basketball courts, 2 indoor soccer fields, and then this middle part. Like, dude, it was so close to being done. Like, what the heck, man? There's going to be a restaurant in the front. This side here was going to be something called Basketball 360 or Shoot 360. Wow. And there we go. Away we went. This is when Dino's crew came in, man. Yeah, boys. Yeah, they framed all of this. But yeah, I tried to get all the track down for them, the layout done for them. That's how I roll, right? So they come in and just stud it out. And I got to go back. I'll do headers for them even, you know, like I'll let them away. No headers. I'll go back and do the headers, you know. But yeah, now I got them installing box beams. That's good. So, but yeah, look at it, right? Look at that. That's exactly how I planned it. See the ceiling on top, and then I framed up, like I did all the structural walls, then the ceiling, and then I framed up to the ceiling with all the other walls, the light gauge walls and stuff. That's how you got to plan to get your lifts in proper and most effectively, right? And then, dude, you can finish a lot of this other stuff with bakers even. Okay, like it's a process. Somebody's got to think that out. And that guy who wanted the restaurant wanted an archway instead of it going in straight across. It was good and blah 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 whatever. Like, geez, these guys, man, they're always changing stuff on site. So, anyways, I planned it out proper. This guy's like, oh, some guys said it wasn't going to work, but you'll see in the end here. Yeah, you have a good night too, Ralph. Right on, brother. But yeah, now you can see how I tied this in to the big wall, right? And into the structure. So there's going to be T-bar basically where the most light is here and the studs are spaced further apart. That's all going to be T-bar kitchen in that space. So we only needed drywall ceilings in where you can see it's done proper, right? But yeah, we tied it all in. That was my plan, to put the track across here, level it, right? And put the track across there and then tie in the structure to the big wall. Boom, everything's tied in together. Solid as a rock, man. Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, you could totally do that too. So you got to be careful in bathrooms because you got to make sure that there's drains. Drains is one thing, and then you got to make sure the wall's in a good spot to them. And then like tile, you got to think about tile as well. Like for example, we built these stupid little ledges in the showers on the one side, and they should have just went all the way up, because then you got to fucking cut your tile and put your tile around it and stuff. Like, just some weird stuff. Like, you gotta, man, think of every detail, right? Like, but yeah, you could, as long as it didn't like screw up too much square footage. Yeah, absolutely, right? You could. But also another thing too is most of the time you're doing this and your materials are already on site as well, right? So you don't want to order 8-inch when you got 6-inch on site. That's another issue because it takes a few days for that material to come in. And especially like if it's a long wall or whatnot, but you do the best you can, right? Like, you got to think about like the major spots. So where your countertops are, that has to be square, right? Like, it has to be true. That where any of the millwork goes, that has to be perfect, right? And then you want to make sure, like I was saying, you don't want like little things of tile or whatnot. You got to think a little bit about that. But the main thing is getting the cabinets in, right? You want those to be perfect, right? Level, and square, true. You want everything to be good with that, you know. Toilets, you want them in urinals, things like that. They gotta be. You gotta think about where the stuff goes, right? And the backing. Not a single fucking trade except for the electrician actually told me where they wanted the backing. So I had to fucking guess everything. So all of the lockers and everything going in here, there was so much backing in this place. Like, it took weeks to do all the backing in here. And then this is the bulkhead I ripped out, right? And it's they had the braces coming down across the front here. I'm like, you can't do that. Like, they're cutting the drywall around the bracing. I'm like, you know, and it was the wrong thickness. And I think, anyways, it didn't work out, right? I built them the pretzel. It still didn't work out. So I tore it down, and then we redid it. So I even lasered in the top track up here as well. But you can see here, that's the plans for the change rooms. They might look odd, like these little walkway here, for example, in the mechanical room. Then your wheelchair bathrooms, but you can see all of these orange walls are structural. structural, right? And then I put a box beam across here. Okay, that's something that wasn't in the plans, but I knew that I needed a box beam here because of the length of studs I was ordering for the ceiling. Okay, and I didn't want there to be this much open space because the studs are going this way, right? So I just added a box beam here, and then look at I got clearance all the way across. Perfect, right? So I framed all the orange walls first, right? And then did the ceiling. And then we framed all of the rest up to the ceiling. Perfect, right? Easy peasy. No, man, I don't, buddy. No. I got a newer van. I don't have my green van anymore. Man, that thing was awesome. I got a blue Dodge something or Chrysler. Is it Dodge? Maybe, I don't know. It's like a Caravan, I think, too, the same kind, but it's newer. And then I have my little Jeep. So I've been driving beaters for a while now, guys. Like, it's so funny. Like, I drive beaters, guys. Like, I spent a fortune on video and audio equipment and software and tools. So yeah, my trade-off is I don't have any car payments. So yeah, right on, Bob. That's right. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yep. You got to be aware of you got to be aware of whatever, like, it's crazy. But yeah, dude, I had everything broken down. So I had also rates figured out for every piece of every section. So sometimes I wouldn't have the same rate across different sections. I would adjust the rates a little bit. So for every single wall type and part, so I had a price to pay the drywall for the drywall, a price to pay for the steel, price to pay for the insulation, and then the taping, a price all broken down. I break it right down for everything, right? And so I know exactly how I can make adjustments on pricing and this and that, right? And then what I'll do is we'll give somebody a lump sum price, right? Can you do it for this? And or like what I did is when Efren came in, I just gave him my numbers, my spreadsheet. There you go. This is how you bill. But yeah, man, and we got quite far, guys. Like, look, see, there I am tearing down the bulkhead. I didn't tear down the back one. I wanted to, but I didn't. I just left it because we had the wood in there already and all this. And I'm like, you know what? And it was taped on the other side there. So I'm like, yeah, let's just leave it. It's just on the back. But the front, it has to be perfect because everyone's going to see it, right? Yeah, there's the big middle wall there getting done. Oh, little man, again, this is when we came back from vacation and we found the plumbers, there's major leaks. I think this is when I came back from Vancouver, maybe. And then, yeah, the famous water line across the wall there. So I found out it wasn't the plumber's fault. It was the owner. I think what the plumber told me is the owner said, so the plumber doesn't really operate the boomless. So they need an operator like me on site to drive the plumber up to do his work, right? And so because I wasn't there to drive, the owner was like, oh, just run it across here and over, right? And I'm like, and we were always like, as soon as I seen it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then the owner would say, oh, the plumber did it. I'm like, what? Why would he do such a thing? Now I understand, like, why he was bitching about it, like how it would be extra cost and this and that. Like, man, oh man. Well, yeah, and then this is when I replaced the bulkhead. I had my apprentice. I was away in Vancouver while I was away. I had to build all of these pretzels for me. Okay, so yeah, I was building a section, so 4 pieces. Right, put one here near the end, and one every like 10 feet or so. I don't know. I just put them in every so often, and then I framed in between. Right, I think I had 10 feet in between, maybe, or in that area for the full length of angle. Right, so. But yeah, man, just they're all the same. So I laser in the front, laser in this top side, and you're golden, man. Yeah, and you're golden. But yeah, it's coming along, right? So I built this up to here, and then the other guys they just copied what I did and finished around to here, and then they dropped it to 18 inches out on the front. It was perfect. It was beautiful. But yeah, oh no, yeah, it was always supposed to be the same width though, the whole way across the same width. It just came out further, right? And on this long side. Another thing I found out is if you have a soffit more than 2 feet big, you have to put sprinkler heads in it. Didn't know that. I would have made it I would have made it just 2 feet instead of 3 feet if I known that, right? Because yeah, what the heck, man. You so in the wherever a wall is or anything like that, you need 2 feet either side. So 4 feet. That's where the sprinkler heads need to be. Within 4 feet of of each other, with the wall in the middle. That's the idea. UBC? No, no, no. Yeah, I think if that's funny if that's a joke, but no. I mean, it's still in Edmonton, Alberta. Oh yeah, plumbers hit my walls with the lift. At least then that's who was blamed. It was probably the electrician. The reason why I think it was the electrician is because he's hit the walls multiple times, and I wasn't there when it happened. So easy to blame the plumber who's hardly ever there, right? But yeah, then I also taped the front parapet, so I lasered in. Oh, union. Oh yeah, no, I'm not union, buddy. You know, I've done union work and a lot of and non-union work. But honest to God, for me, the private sector has been my bread and butter. It's always been busier. For like the union was kind of never really that great for a new person in the union anyway. But yeah, I was always finding more work in the private sector. So I don't pay dues or anything like that. If I was to ever get a job, say like I'm in a couple of film unions, so if I ever get jobs in that industry again, I might have to pay some dues or whatever. But it is what it is. I think I joined. There was a couple of construction jobs that were union as well, but they were just like, oh my god, dude, you were right at the bottom of the totem pole almost, and like it was yeah, very. It didn't last. Like every time I got placed somewhere, it wouldn't last. Yeah, so there's a lot of bullshit. Like bid shopping is a real thing, guys. So you do have to be careful, and know who you're giving your numbers to. So for me to have everything broken down like that was not necessarily like I knew this guy was going to want to see every single number anyway. But I was able to at least lump certain sections in together, and he didn't want the details. He just wanted like this number, that number, which is good. But it was always there if he needed it, I guess. But yeah, piecework is good money. Yeah, yeah, no, it was good money when you can get it. Yeah, yeah, piecework is good. It's just man, most of the guys that are doing that are paying really shitty rates. It's nice when you can have a team. You can really make a lot more money when you have a solid group of guys, like a network of companies that can take on like more scope of work you can take on, the more money you're going to make. That's hands down. There's no question about it, right? So yeah, just even if there's small jobs, whatever, like if you had guys that could go in and build jobs, like do small jobs, whatever, you got your HVAC guys, your electricians, plumber, got rental supplier, just what I mean. If you had all the guys that could do the job, right? So, and a lot of owners too that are building lots of stuff. They'll have some trades as well, eh? Oh, I have my tile guy. Oh, I have this guy or whatever. Like, oh, okay, so you maybe don't have to include those prices, or or you just don't. I don't know, but yes, that's usually all right too. Like I'm pricing the drywall mainly, the drywall and steel stud, right? So there's on this job there's lots of different trades being throwing in prices for whatever. But yeah, piecework it was good when, especially when you're young and you can go real fast. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in this trade. Yeah, 20 years definitely. Yeah, so I did start in steel stud, like big steel. Oh, that's the thing. So in Toronto, because it was all union construction work, I didn't get to work on a lot of big jobs. When I came out to Edmonton, there was no union, which is great. So I was able to work on hospitals, university projects. Like I did so many university and hospital projects. It was crazy the cool shit that I was able to build, and it really opens your eyes to building when you're building these massive freaking things. Like, man, I love that shit. It's so cool. But yeah, I started in the trade. I've been in Edmonton for 20 years, and I started right away. I came with a bag full of tools and went right to work for a drywall company as soon as I got here. Right. But yeah, before that, I was in the film business, and I would do I would do construction too, but more like renovation work and storefront type work, like little Toronto stores on like Queen Street and stuff, right? A lot of like just artsy fartsy stuff, and yeah, and then film sets, right? Just working. I was always doing in the art department on a whole bunch of film stuff, and did all kinds of different films and commercials and music videos, and like yeah, it was fun. But yeah, when I moved to the West, it's all construction made, so that's kind of why I started YouTube, just to still have a connection with my film passion, right? So. But yeah, right on. Yeah, I know, absolutely. Yeah, and it's so funny. I try to get on the tools more, and my like I would say my buddy here, my partner or whatever, he's like, you don't really have to put the tools on, and I'm like, yeah, but I like to, and I want to make sure the guys know what they're doing, right? So if I want to make sure everything's getting done right, and until I'm fully confident that everyone's trained up, you know. So yeah, this is kind of one of the things I'm talking about. You want to make sure that your countertops are going to fit in where they're supposed to go. What a shit show this whole thing was, man. Like nobody thought of nothing here. Like just unbelievable, man. We had to jeez. The only good thing is like weird. Actually, what is the weirdest thing about this is the back of the back side of this. So where the backsplash kind of comes up a bit or whatever. That wall, the tile was like in and out, so there was gaps, like it was like a little bit of an ocean back there. It was really strange. But yeah, the tile guys weren't the greatest tile guys, I would say, but mass production, cheap price, I guess. But yeah, there was all kinds of chipped tiles and weird corners, and like, oh god, it was. But it got done. Big tiles got done fast. I gotta say that. But yeah, you can kind of see here where we're closing up the back now. I got all the door frames and doors in one by myself there. Those freaking doors are so heavy, man, and they got to be well over 100 pounds a door. Like holy. And the framers they speak Spanish, right? So. They're great guys, don't get me wrong. But I have a hard time communicating with them sometimes. And on this row here, I was telling them to move the headers up 1 inch or whatever, or a half inch, and they put them down a half inch. So I'm one of these frames here. I'm booting the shit out of the jams to get them in, but I had to take apart every piece. So all the tabs I had to take off. And they're 3-piece knockdowns, right? The damn doorstops weren't lining up, like the guys who built the frames. Like, oh my god, like every level of quality has gone to shit, right? So I tore them all apart as best I could, and then got the doors in. I sanded the doors or grinded them. I grinded down the metal ones. If they touched a little bit, they did a little bit, but I just sanded the wood doors with my Orby, and then grinded the metal one a bit, and then it just smooth shut, right? As long as they shut and square was good, that was good, right? And then Bondo and sanded all the joints at the end, and they looked really really nice at the end. Got them, and that's where the physio clinic was going, and hopefully still is. But what I'm thinking is the building owner might want them to incorporate the front entrance somehow, so they have their own bay, and then we would build another wall along here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a quarter, definitely a quarter inch. Yeah, I like to add that little extra room. The thing is, like with the expandable frames, you actually have to also go in an inch with the expandable frames, and but yeah, I really prefer the ones with the clips. They're stronger. You know, you bolt them into the concrete, and then you use the clips, 3 clips on each side. It's so strong. You never have to worry about nothing. I'm not a big fan of the expandables because, like, to make them look good too after, you gotta, like I said, you gotta bondo the corners and the screw holes and make it all flat, right? Like, it's a process, man, to make it all line up proper. And I love the welded. They're all together. There's no seams. Nothing's beautiful. Um, so yeah, but 2 1/4 is good. Like even like an eighth on either side, right? And just 1/4 inch is gonna be good. But I definitely give it a quarter inch. Right. So with these expandables, right? You gotta make sure you're bang on for the screw, right? You definitely want room for the frame to move. Okay, so I always go bigger for that as well. So that's where that quarter inch is really handy on the expandables, especially. Is is Yeah, you have to have some meat in there, right? So just having a steel stud isn't going to be good enough. You got to make sure there's wood in there. So even if you were to put a 2x6 or a 2x4 or whatever on the inside, in the metal track, that would even be good. But having like a 3 5/8 stud, you can put like a 1x3 on the inside, or you can shave down a 2x6 for 6 inch. But yeah, you need to have wood in there, and it's got to be beefy, not plywood. It's got to be like a stud to catch the screws, right? And you want to make sure that those screws are centered to that stud. So how your opening will be, you'll measure the distance between your 2 screw holes, and that's where the center of your studs go. Yeah, first guy to put his foot through the ceiling. Yeah, you can kind of see here. This is finishing on the inside of the soffit as well, right? Oh, there's the bulkhead. Man, damn it. Got the bulkhead taped. That's the boardroom there. Looking sweet. Man, I really want to. And that's how I do my doors, okay? So I'll just put a piece of backing, I guess, in the wall, and I number my frames, okay? So every door knob has a number, and the keys has a number, and then I just make a rack until the end. You hand them over in a big ring, and there you go. There's your keys, buddy. Oh well, I mean, structural is just it's a critical thing. Like there's no argument there. Structural always will supersede architectural, but here's the thing. You need to be the guy that comes up with the way the system will work. So I'll use an example. There's this art gallery that we were bidding. Okay, and I was bidding with the hold on, the general contractors, as the cladding contractor. So basically, there was like a hidden fastener panel, and then extruded aluminum grating that like with standoffs, okay, outside the wall, and it was covering tons of it. So how do you make sure that the brackets or the standoffs line up to the seams on the hidden fastener? And then this is over, like, my God, this is a massive building, dude. Like you're going for 100 feet that way and 100, 50, 60 feet that way. It's probably 30, 40 feet high, and then there's it's a little choppy. It's an art gallery. We can actually go to the website, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, you need to figure out how you're going to do this, right? So your membrane, your sheeting, your steel stud framing, insulation, Z bar, standoffs, hidden fastener cladding. I think there was even some. I think most of the grading was in front of hidden fastener, right? So that's like a 305 panel. So they're 305 mil wide, right? So you want to make sure that the standoffs are lining up to the seams and that it looks like symmetrical and stuff like that, right? And then you got to figure out how to screw the grate to the standoff and keep the grate there. And also, I think this is like painted as well, a certain color, and you got to be it's like, but yeah. Anyways, so that's a pretty extreme example, maybe, but you gotta figure out a way to be structural, and if you have to beef up structural, that is something why engineers are always on your side. Okay, you need to talk to the engineer. Okay, you can't write off a lot. Like, you need to have letters for certain things. Okay, like for your permits and getting your occupancy and all this stuff, you need to have letters from engineers to get permits, to get like even like building permits as well as your final occupancies. You need to have all that stuff, right? So you need to just use the subscriber, or use the use the engineers to your advantage, you know. I know as soon as you say engineer to some owners, it's like, oh my god, like what the hell? That's going to cost me a fortune. But it might. Every time you need a letter, it's going to cost you $1,200 for sure. Like, you know, we're lucky. We had really good engineers who don't kill us, right? But let's see here. Boom, images. Yeah, this is it right here, guys. This is the art gallery I'm talking about. But yeah, see all this grading, and see how all the standoffs are lined up perfectly, right? So some guy just designed that, right? And then we had to figure out how to make it look good and how to actually build it, you know, because our architects were going to draw it, but then where's your detail? They'll have some weird details. We're like, yeah, that ain't going to work. That's not going to work. So you gotta consult the professionals, and you need to have evidence. So the installer guy, you need to make sure he like what's he think? Like, how's he going to install it? Like this and that. You're gonna consult everybody, right? And yeah, that's how you just need to have the information, and basically how it relates to code and what could happen if they don't do it the right way. Like, it's either not going to look good because of this, or it's going to fall and kill somebody because of that, right? Like, you just gotta, yeah, or you're gonna fall. Somebody's gonna fall through there or something. But yeah, thanks for subscribing, man. Right on. 1, 2, 4, 5. Right on. Does that make sense, bro? Like, but yeah, like, look at this, man. Everywhere there's hidden fastener, there's this grating in front of it, right? That 1/4 inch extruded up there on that angle. So yeah, you gotta figure that shit out, right? Don't forget, you got membrane, you got your cladding system, your full rain screen system, right? And then whatever's supporting it underneath, you need to have steel stud, dense glass, membrane, insulation, Z-bar, 305 paneling, and then get the standoffs properly lined up, and then the grating on top, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, so here's, for an example, our glazing units. We needed these for the vestibules. Dudes, I approached like 7 different companies about this, and I couldn't get a single one of them to price this, to get me doors, man. It's crazy, dude. But you got your door schedule here, and you're adding it up. And for something like this, right? You can leave space because they can shim it too. But you want to put plywood. I like to put plywood on the inside all the way around. Okay, so you got to take your 3/4 from the top, 1.25 on the sides, plus drywall, right? So whatever size of drywall it is, 5/8 or 1/2 inch or whatever. Right, you want to drywall your returns, tape them, right? Plywood, drywall, tape them, corner bead, so they're nice and finished. So when the doors go in, they slide in perfectly, and you can screw them in, right? The guys should come to site and get measurements as well. So yeah, no, it's better that way when you build it, and then they come measure it up. And the closer you are to this, it's not that hard, guys, to do this, right? These units come perfect, right? Ah, man, that's why you're always checking your low and your high side, right? And going off your high, leveling up to the high side so that the frame can actually fit too, right? So yeah, man, and it's like the toilet partitions, right? When you're doing the backing for toilet partitions, you you gotta you gotta figure out where all the cross sections are going and get your top and bottom backing in so the guys can hit your screws. And it's so stupid. And it doesn't always work out. Like, man, but yeah, you can see the bulkhead finished here. These are the most recent pictures I took. Here's the tournament court there where that was going to be done soon. Yeah, they were going to build some more bleachers in there. But yeah, look at how far we got, man. Like, the sprinklers are going in. I took down the scaffolding here, I think. Or no, I hadn't set it up yet. Oh, shit. But yeah, all the plywood going across the roof there is for the sprinkler systems. Can you imagine putting sprinklers in after the fact? I guess it actually worked out all right, to be honest with you. But that was luck. But yeah, holy cow. All of that, man. Yeah, Warner always comes to site with me. Oh, these aren't the most recent. Oh yeah, Warner helping me do layout. Oh, cute, man. Cute. Yeah, he loves helping me, man. And then, oh yeah, Warner starts taking pictures here. Okay, there's gonna be some funny pictures here because he took them. Aw, too funny. Just taking pictures. Aw, cute guy, cutie. Just look at that. These are all Warner's pictures. Hilarious. What is he doing? Cute. Oh, then of course that's me taking a picture of him. Oh yeah, we're doing takeoffs. We're like, trying to order material, right? And then yeah, these are the urinals, guys. The freaking drains are 24.5 inches off the floor, and I think they're supposed to be at like 15, right? And then the pipes are way off center. It was a nightmare, guys. Oh, and that's a gym finished. That's our rec center there. I took these pictures because this is what our netting should look like. Should look like this. I don't know why, man. These cheap decisions. And then the finished polished concrete floor that could have saved tons of money. We should have just did that. Like, polished finished floor, rubber base, done. Like, come on. Why you got to put like tile and plank down and stuff? It's so stupid. My God. Anyways, yeah, there's that. But yeah, you can see how the arch worked out. It looks silly, right? But yeah, it worked out. But yeah, it was so weird. I never understood why this wall didn't run into this beam and across. Oh, and then there's Addie's room. Oh yeah, and then the plumber comes in. Look at him installing the freaking urinals, and it's so terrible. Man, I was like, told the guy we should take all the tile off, just peel it back, get the plumbing in the right spot. Why are we going ahead with this, man? Like, and then look at the boys starting the clinic, the physio clinic. Oh man, it was gonna be so awesome, man. I want to build this so bad, guys. Fudge, man. Our first fully design and build project, right? So, man, I'm really excited about it. I just can't believe it's on hold right now. Oh, Addie's room. And I love her new light I put in there just recently. Anyways, that's all the pictures I got. Holy shit. That was going down the last year anyway of work, right? So, I can't believe we've been shut down for, I think, 23, 24 days now. Like, holy cow, it's been rough, man. So, I don't know. Whatever you guys want, I can go live. I got everything hooked back up here in the studio. I could pull up, I could do live streams and we could study drawings and contracts and whatever you guys. I can answer questions. I could do that. So, while I'm off, I don't know when I'm going back, but like I said, I'm going to start cold calling general contractors and getting on their tender rooms. I'll start getting into the different tender sites, seeing what's out there. Yeah, just go from there. Just start pricing jobs, So that's all I'm gonna do. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, Nathan. Right on. And yeah, it's pretty easy to kind of show you how to lay out too off the drawings. Like when you're on site and you're snapping lines, it's kind of hard. You got to look at the drawings and the floor and this and that. Like it doesn't really make sense, and it's a real pain in the butt. I've tried to do it properly, like for years, to tape layout. And my last thing I was gonna do is a live stream while I was doing the layout. Yeah, but I still need someone holding the camera too, right? But I don't know. I guess I could set up a tripod and do some hold, like have someone hold some of it. You can't see the microphone, can you? Oh, damn it! You actually can. It's been in there the whole time. That's too funny. Anyways, I'll make sure to erase that. That's hilarious. Oh my god! Hold on here. That's hilarious. That's like normally one of the first things I check. And then my stream at the beginning, I can't believe I didn't have my microphone even plugged in at the beginning of the stream. That's hilarious. I just noticed that in the screen. I'm usually better than that, but I'm a little rusty here, guys. Holy cow, man. My wife had to do some sort of like interview, and what they had to do is record themselves talking about the answers, right? Which is weird. So, and they had to do it online. So yeah, I hooked her up on the laptop here. I set up my little Focusrite. I had the boom mic, everything, the camera set up for her. Put my I have a capture card for the laptop too, or whatever. Just Camlink Pro, the old 4K Camlink. Just stick that in and blah blah blah. Right, away you go. It's like hopefully, probably nobody else was that professionally set up. But I'm gonna go, I guess, unless anyone has any last minute questions. I'm gonna shut her down, boys. But yeah, that's what's been going on this year. I learned how to lean a building, something I never really wanted to do ever. But yeah, so I have a good idea on how to do that. So if anyone has questions on how to do that now, I can help you. And then yeah, there's like the demand letter to pay has been sent out, and then man, it's been like, this is crazy. You got to make sure you invoice, and you got to send the invoices like every month. You got to send a copy of the invoice to the people who owe you money. Oh, it's like, oh man, so shitty. I just hope the physiotherapy clinic guys, like, I just want to do a good job for them, and yeah, I really want to make them happy, and I'm so fucking it's bothering me so much that we can't build that for them right now. And honestly, if I had the money still, I would be like, yeah, here's your money back, keep it, hold on to it until we're ready to go, no problem. But it's gone. Like, we've already paid all the deposits to everybody. Everything's been paid. Like, we can't get the money back. And then I know the work hasn't been done yet, but that's just not how it works. You don't go around collecting all the money back from everybody. It's like, contract signed, the schedule's out, everyone was planned to be there. We got the deposits out, and everything was good. We did everything we were supposed to, and then this bullshit. So it's crazy to me that the landlord can lock out both the tenant, like the head lease tenant, and it affects everyone else in there. Like, that to me is the stupidest setup ever. Like, the people with the subleases should have some protection. Like, like, hey man, if this guy screws up, like, why are, and it's so stupid. Like, we had some confirmation before we started. That's one of the things we said to them. Like, we got to make sure that if this guy screws up, you can still go ahead. Like, nothing's going to affect your job. And we told them to give them a call. They called back, assured them that there wouldn't be any issues. So it should have been in writing. It should have been in the lease, in the contract directly with them somehow. Like, it had to have been on paper. Like, just these little details, guys. You gotta make sure you protecting your clients from this, right? Like, it's crazy. I cannot believe this, man. Until we know it's a go again, I'm gonna be a nervous wreck. It's gonna be it's stressful, but all right. No, I guess nobody has questions, so that's cool, man. I appreciate you guys a lot. Thanks for hanging out with me and stuff. Like I said, I'll come up with some live stream ideas now that I'm set back up, and yeah, we'll go from there, guys. We'll go from there. But thanks for subscribing, you guys who were subscribed just now, and yeah, I'll schedule now that I know what I screwed up on? Yeah, I'll be able to fix that. Let's go to my favorites and see what happens. Where's my favorites list? Music, popular, latest. Where's mine? Saved. Yeah, baby, right on. All right, what song is this? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out, eh? Right on, guys.
I think I found my favorite distraction. At least I'm in line with this attraction. If you don't feel my heart, you've not had enough. This time I really need to calm my blood, or else I slowly lose myself, lost in a round. I've been away as the hours don't count. I'm no longer in denial. If I'd wait another day, I'd wait until I'm dead. Man, I gotta get out my way. I've waited for tomorrow, waited till it's all gone. In the end, I long for the now. All this time paralyzed, how could I not realize? I'm here to answer the call. If I wait, the lost will never be saved from those burgundy fangs. So if I wait, it's my season. Watch you jump in that gear, make the theme song. Cause we all need some fear, there's a reason that I'm having my year, got my feet up. And they take what I give, no ease up. It's 100%, I meet goals, but I move with no plan or the ego. At least that's what I say. Need someone to calm my blood, or else I totally lose control.